Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. So recently I've been thinking about my parents and how they're getting older and I should be spending more time with them. And probably many of you feel the same, where you wish you could have spent just a little bit more time with them when they were a little bit younger and healthier. But it's hard because we live busier lives and as things get more expensive, it just seems like we have to work more hours every year. In fact, in the last 5 years, more and more Americans are working multiple jobs, resulting in less time with friends, family, and loved ones. What's more, people aged 35 to 54 only have 10 days of paid time off every year in America. And 28 million Americans don't even have paid vacation or paid holidays. But the harsh truth is that even if you work all these hours and you invest all this money, you might not be able to enjoy it in retirement. I mean, speaking from personal experience, my father worked hard his whole life, but he passed away before even reaching retirement age. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about total return versus life return and why I'm not chasing total return, but instead, I'm chasing life return because I think it's more important. So, the big question is chasing total return worth it? Well, I think the common wisdom is that you invest in high quality growth funds, you make sure that they compound 20 to 30 years, and by the time you reach the age of 65 or 70, you'll have a big retirement portfolio and you'll beat in total return. But when I look at some data of how people spend their retirement age, 60 and above, looking at this chart, you can see that people on average spend a lot of time alone and not a lot of time with their partners, their family, their children, and especially their friends. And there could be a lot of different reasons. Maybe other people are just busy with still working, or they have a lot of responsibilities. And sadly, some of them just might not be around. They may have passed away a little bit too early. And others, like my mom, who reached retirement age, her job took such a physical toll on her health that by the time she did reach retirement age, she spent a lot of time at home. And so she didn't see her friends and family because she just didn't feel well enough. And I know right now it seems pretty depressing and a lot of doom and gloom, but it doesn't have to be because there are a lot of content creators on YouTube right now who are sharing their portfolio. They're sharing great ideas and strategies on how to leverage high yield income ETFs, geo arbitrage, margin, and even portfolio structures. I mean, when I look at Health and Wealth and the Income Architect, they open their portfolio and they show you what they're investing in and all their experiments. And I think you can learn a lot from watching these two channels. Or Eugene, the dividend capitalist, he talks about how his satellite and core approach is a really good framework for risk management, but also income generation. And then retired grounded life or grounded life retirement. They talk about how it's possible to retire on less than $300,000 if you're willing to do a little bit of geo arbitrage. And so there are a lot of strategies out there to help people achieve financial freedom with less than $500,000. So the big question is, well, total return, life return, if I invest in high yield income ETFs, don't I lose on total return? And the answer is probably. I mean, these high yield income ETFs just haven't been around long enough. And so they haven't been proven. Whereas growth funds, high quality growth funds, have been around a long time. So there is a lot of data to back them up. But I think the misconception is that when you invest, you should invest for the long term because you're investing for the future. But I think the stock market doesn't only have to be about investing for the future. I think it can be for helping people invest for the present. I mean, there are a lot of different options and benefits that high yield income ETFs can afford people. For example, when I lived in America, I noticed that a lot of people don't have health care. And a lot of reasons is because one, either their job doesn't offer it or they just can't afford it. But having or leveraging high yield income ETFs, people can have some money to pay for medicine and hospital visits. But I think one of its greatest advantages, high yield income ETFs that offer people, is that it allows people to have more time by quitting their second or third job, quitting their part time job, or even turning their main job into a part time job. So instead of working like a full 5 to 6 day week, people can work a 3 to 4 day work week because they know that they still have other income coming in. And I think if people have more time, they'll have more chances to create unforgettable memories with their family, especially their aging parents. If we have more time with them when they're younger, then we can listen to their stories, we can receive their wisdom, and we can just laugh a lot. And we can also afford to take, some getaway trips with our friends to some places that are sort of like a YOLO trip. Or maybe we just need a personal adventure. But regardless, it just means that high yield income ETFs can actually help us live more in the present, not just in the future. And some other benefits that I'm thinking about is, well, donating money. I know people don't talk about this, but one of my biggest struggles is I want to help more people. That's one of the things I want to do with this YouTube channel. But it's hard to help other people when you're struggling yourself with finances. But if people have high yield income ETFs, they might be able to leverage some of that income and donate. And that's my plan for the future. Now, you can also use high yield income ETFs for investing in growth funds. I don't know where or why people say that you have to only be an income investor or only a growth investor. I mean, truthfully, a lot of people just don't have a lot of money from their jobs to invest. So having high yield income ETFs gives me the ability to not only live now, but invest in quality funds for the future. And I'm a hybrid investor. And a lot of what I do on this channel is I show how I'm accumulating capital through high yield income ETFs and how I'm investing also for the future so I can reach coast fire and eventually escape velocity in the next few years. So I'm not waiting 20 or 30 years to enjoy life. I'm going to do it in 5 or less years. I'm going to try to achieve financial freedom through high yield income ETFs. So we come back to the beginning, total return versus life return. And I just don't want to have regrets. I don't want to start living life when I'm 60 or 70. I want to start living life in my 30s, 40s, 50s, and also have a game plan for my 60s and 70s. And, when we get to that age, no matter how much money you have or how much total return you have, you can't buy more time. You can't add more time to your life, and you can't buy time with the people you love. But you can add more life to your time by using high yield income ETFs, and that's what I'm doing. One of the big reasons why I'm investing in high yield income ETFs is not to be rich, it's to achieve financial freedom and peace. Well, that's all for this video on total return versus life return. Hope you liked the video and got a little bit of value. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to watch more free content on achieving financial freedom and living in Asia. And in the next few weeks, I will be pumping out more videos on how to do geo arbitrage, how to live in Asia, and how to leverage high yield income ETFs to afford a lifestyle that's more meaningful and purposeful. Thanks again for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as financial advice. Consult with a qualified financial advisor before making any investment decisions.